Hey guys, this is CryptoCruz once again with CoinFinancial. Just here with another crypto market update. We're gonna be talking about Bitcoin, and I'm gonna talk about a little bit about Ripple after this because there's some, pretty cool news that's been going on with Ripple, and we're rooting for Ripple to win with the SEC, right? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that as well. But for right now, let's talk about Bitcoin and where it's look like it's headed. Okay, so we're on the daily chart of Bitcoin. I'm gonna zoom in. My previous video, we were talking about the bearish divergence on the three time frames. I believe it was the 4 hour, the 2 hour, and the 1 hour time frame. This is the daily chart right here. I remember that orange line that's right here, right? The orange line that we've been following. And we talked about we may be moving sideways. We hit above 27K and where we're headed right now. We actually went up a little bit more. We reached, if we look closer, zoom in more, we actually went above 28K briefly, right? We went above 28K briefly, and then we went back down. I wasn't surprised that we hit above 28K. It's still, my stance goes to, we are still gonna go down. We weren't gonna keep going up. There's, that one, that's unhealthy. Two, I don't want that because it's unhealthy. And three, there's so many signs saying that we are going down. So even if we briefly go up, and we went up a little bit more, but again, it's still playing out the way I was calling it. If we zoom in a lot more, check this out on the 1 hour time frame. That is actually a pretty nice dip right there, and we went back down below that orange line, right? Now we're changing our stance. Well, not stance, but changing the what do you call that, the trend, the shorter time frame trend, the 2 hour, 1 hour trend. This line right there, should be a line right there. I'm not gonna draw. Well, if y'all want me to draw it, I'll draw it. Trend line. Okay, see right there. Boom. Where? There you go. And if you could just see those touch points right there. Boom. There you go. Let me turn that off and make that wider like that. That way we can see it a lot better. As you can see, the touch point on that line we just drew, 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, it's respecting that line, right? That's how you draw a trend line. It's not that hard. You just look at touch points, you see where it's going up and down, and then you just draw it. And there's a lot of touch point there. We went down briefly here, but we went back up on that touch point. Here is the breakout, right? This is a trend going up. It's making a low, a higher low, all the way up, and then we broke that trend all the way down, right? So that trend has been broken. What was once resistance becomes support. Even this orange line has been broken, the longer time frame one, right? What was once resistance becomes support. Okay, so now I believe this is the start of that downtrend we were talking about, right? And where did I say we were going? Where did I say we were going? If we look at the daily chart, let's draw another trend line right here. Let's draw a horizontal trend line. How about that, right? Because there is a horizontal trend line here. You see these touch points right there. That is a nice, there you go. And that is right around $25,244, right? So I was calling for that around 25,000 and 25,400, right? Around that area. So that's where we could be headed, right? We went all the way up a little bit briefly above 28,000. We actually almost hit 29, almost, okay? And now we're going back down, going all the way down, possibly 25,200. to 25,400, around that level. Okay, and we'll have to see if we support that resistance or if we break below it. Okay, we'll have to see, but that is our target right now, you know. So technical analysis is not predicting the future, guys. It's probabilities. The probability, it's all about probabilities, and the probability of us going down is a lot higher than the probability of us to keep going up all the way past 30K. Okay, we will pass 30K. Don't get me wrong. I'm still bullish in Bitcoin. I believe we'll actually sometime this year possibly even hit our all-time high of 67K, right? There, you know, and I'm about to talk about news. The reason why Bitcoin started pumping, of course, because of all the banks collapsing and everything. People are starting to realize that Bitcoin is the safe haven, right? Bitcoin was created back in 2009, and the previous bank collapse, you know, the Lehman Brothers collapsing and all that stuff, and the banks were getting bailed out by the government. And back in 2008, and then 2009, Bitcoin emerged out of nowhere, right? Bitcoin emerged out of nowhere, and that is the reason why Bitcoin was created in the first place, right? But people, you know, it was so new, people didn't understand that. They didn't understand the technology. I mean, there's like how many, there's only a handful of people that actually understood it, but that is why Bitcoin was created. And then fast forward to now, which is what, like over 10 years ago, right? Fast forward to now, people are now realizing, hey, Bitcoin was created because of this reason. Yeah, now that we're having another bank collapse, uh, the people are starting to realize it, and they're going to Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin's been rising, right? All this bad news about the banks, good news are starting to emerge about crypto, right? And now the probability of us correcting back down is actually a lot higher. So guess what? Expect expect to hear some bad news. All right, maybe Coinbase get get attacked by Gary Gensler, the SEC, right? Something like that. Some bad news is about to happen because we're about to start going down. But my target again, resistant, is 25,000, 25,400. All right. There's a possibility we could go lower. We'll see the probability of us getting lower once we hit that target. But as for right now, that is my stance. Again, I'm still bullish. I do believe eventually we will reach over 100K. Shoot, we could even reach 500K, $1 million. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because this is the only asset that is scarce, right? Scarcity, it's limited. 21 million that can never exist, and no one can create more. This is the only asset that is limited, right? You can always find gold. If we run out of gold in Earth, I bet you Elon Musk can go to Mars and dig up more gold. you know, um, of course, the dollars, they could print it out of thin air as much as they want. There is a debt ceiling, but they keep increasing that debt ceiling, so they keep printing more, right? Name me one asset that's limited like this one, right? If there is any, then I mean, come on, you could say that maybe land is limited to you can't create more land, but you can. I mean, we could go to Mars. That's more land in Mars, right? So Bitcoin you can't create anymore. That's it, right? It's programmed that way, okay? So it's a limited asset, supply and demand. It's a basic supply and demand. Demand keeps going up, supply stays the same, price is gonna go up. Okay, so short term again, 25,000. Okay, now let's move on to some news, right? One great news actually. Let's start with this. You know, I believe it was the CTO of Coinbase called for $1 million in 90 days in Bitcoin, right? That's major. He's betting actually about $2 million. He's betting $2 million that Bitcoin will hit $1 million in 90 days. Also, uh, Arthur Hayes from BitMEX, right? He actually is calling for $1 million in Bitcoin as well. So that is bullish. That is bullish news right there. He's the CEO of BitMEX actually. Um, so yeah, just I believe in it. It's the best way is the dollar cost average. A lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, it's going up. It's getting to." No, we're still early, guys. We're still early. All right. So let's go to the next one. Ripple. Ripple, Coinbase to list XRP immediately after win. Okay. After Ripple wins the the lawsuit, right? So we are coming to an end, and we are coming to an end, and Ripple has a really, really, really great chance of winning this case. Okay, and when that does, I've never been a big fan of Ripple, but I do call Ripple XRP. I keep saying Ripple, XRP. I've never been a big fan of XRP, but I do call XRP the people's coin, the people's crypto, right? One, I am rooting for XRP because it's good for the whole crypto industry. It's good for the whole crypto market, right? XRP is not Ripple is not just fighting for them; they're fighting for the whole cryptocurrency market and industry. If Ripple wins, it's a big slap in the face in the SEC and Gary Gensler, just to pretty much telling Gary, hey, you just can't push anybody around like that, right? If Ripple wins, I can guarantee you there's going to be a huge spike in the crypto market. Actually, no, I can't say that. There is no guarantee, but there's a really high probability that the crypto market will gain some momentum to the upside, all right? Which could very well propel us to that parabolic run in this bull run, this bull cycle. All right. And I do believe we have entered a bull cycle already. The past, the hard times are beyond us, right? The bear market is done. We could be slowly going up from here. This is the beginning of the bull market. Okay. So I will actually want to show you the chart of Ripple. XRP real fast where XRP is. All right. You see there was actually a big spike. That was a big spike. I believe it's because of that news. Because I'm kind of late. That news came out. The Coinbase relisting XRP when they win. Right, when they win, they're not relisting it yet. But when they win, they're relisted immediately, and then all these other exchanges that delisted it is gonna start relisting XRP as well, and that's when the price of XRP, well, I believe that's when it's gonna start going up. But it did have a pump because of that news. What's crazy is I talked about this before. I talked about XRP before having this, run up, but when the news finally happened, it made that pump. Now, where are we gonna be headed? Let's see. I am creating all of this. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we're gonna be talking about XRP now. This is the chart. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, again, we did make that spike up. We made a spike up briefly because of the Coinbase news. Okay, and also because the chart is telling me that we were due for a upside potential. That is actually not over. Okay, we went back down because why? They didn't relist it. They didn't. Coinbase did not relist XRP yet. We're waiting for XRP to win, but according to the chart, that's coming very close, very, very close. Okay. This is the 1 day chart. What happened was we broke through this resistant line. I did have, sorry, I had to pause my video for a little bit because I didn't know I was still on that horizontal line feature, and every time I click on my screen, another horizontal line appears. So I had to get all the extra ones out. So these are my horizontal lines right here. The first one was here. When it broke, it just kept going up and up and up. We corrected back down to here. This is the 41.8 cent mark, right? We're actually supporting that pretty well. If we zoom in a lot more, as you can see, we are actually below it, right? It's playing as a resistant right now. You know, we're actually below it. But if we can break back up above that, then actually there is a good chance that we will break back up above that, because nothing ever goes straight down again, and Ripple has actually made this very, very nice dip correction right here. Went almost all the way down to here. All right, so if we break back above that, that's really good. Hopefully we can move a little bit sideways, supporting that line right there. Once we gain traction some more, my next target for Ripple is actually going to be, we're going to have to go to the weekly chart here. The next target for Ripple is going to be the 60 right there, the 60K mark. I mean, okay, I'm thinking about Bitcoin, a 60 cent mark. Okay, from 40, right now we're at around 41 cents. All right, we go all the way up to 60 cents. Right, that's gonna be the next target. And if once we blow past that, I'm not saying we're gonna go shoot straight past that. We may get rejected, go back down, move sideways around here. But once we did surpass, break the 60 marker and confirm the break, our next target is 0.799, actually, sorry, 79.9 cents, or 80 cents. All right, it's gonna be right there. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Of course, the main goal here is, if you want to buy now, actually it is actually if you're a Ripple fan, I'm actually thinking about buying some. You can actually buy and hold now until you reach, because there is a high probability we'll reach and even surpass this $1.25 mark that I drew up here. Okay, that could very well play out in the coming months. Okay, in the coming months we could see a over $1 in Ripple. Okay, especially if the SEC, or especially when Ripple wins, we could possibly just shoot straight up to $1.25 actually. Okay, you heard it here from me, $1.25. Let's see if that actually happens. But that's it for now. Until next time. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, please. If you like this type of content, it'll keep me going, keep creating you more content, and improve this channel a lot better too. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye.